And welcome back everyone to the Decod3rs channels. Tonight we have a VIP of the Decod3rs Industries. And it's gonna be costed. I can do that alone, you know, because the guest is too good. It's too good to be true. So Jess will co-host the stream with me tonight. And Karl, welcome home, bro. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, man. Thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure, man. Just wanted you to on the channel. I think it was a good time to do that. So yeah, let's fucking go.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just before we start, man, GG's on Decod3rs and what you've achieved so far, bro.
Oh, wait.
Like, yeah, smooth. Everything was so smooth. So yeah, seamless, man.
I know that was cool.
Appreciate it.
We still need to reveal and shit, but you know, it come when it gonna come.
No, it's coming.
Yeah,
Vince will tell you I'm in his inbox daily. Like, yo, let's go.
When reveal,
I'm excited. When
soon,
reveal.
Bro, soon.
When Gib reveal.
Yeah.
Nah,
when give now.
But that's fine. Like, no, we meant it. So like, we don't need to reveal shit. Like, art doesn't matter. Everyone can use their placeholder. It's fine. Like, enjoy your NFTs. But then, enough about Decod3rs. Bro, we're here to talk about you and SoulSuit because again, we it's like one of the company in like the autobus of like Decod3rs Industries.
Yeah.
And the behemoth Decod3rs. So I want to know more. I need to know more. So let's talk about that. But before that, can you introduce yourself for like the Decod3rs viewers that don't know you yet?
Yeah, of course, man. My name's Karl, so everyone knows me as. Been in the space getting on 2 years now, I think.
Yeah.
So pretty much as the bear market hit, so it's been a joyous ride all the way through. I started off with shitcoin trading, BNB days. Yeah, got into ICO really early. Learned a lot about it. I got asked to help manage a community and rode that coin all the way up and all the way fucking down. So that was my first lesson. I found NFTs off the back of that and Solana, most particular. Dabbled around with some early stuff and found Carlos for a project I was working sort of for, I guess. And then come Jelly Baby's D-Rug, he said, yo, I know you're about your shit. Can you help me do this? And I was like, yeah, bro, let me see what I can do for you. And then, he said, can you sort of Discord out? So at this point, there was like maybe, I don't know, 25 people in there, like 70, 100 people left in the server, maybe. So he reworked it. And he's like, I said, yo, I need a community manager role so I can go in and change everything and get it sorted for you. And I sorted it out. I said, bro, take the role off. Like, it's done. If there's anything else, let me know and then get rid of it. I woke up the next morning, it was still there. I DM'd him. Famous Carlos fashion, didn't reply. I DM'd him another 12 hours later saying, bro, take the role off. And he was like, wow, I was wondering, look, you know, you're about your shit. I've seen you work elsewhere. You know what you're doing on that side. Like, do you reckon you could do it? And I was like, yeah, cool. All right. And that was that. I just said, I don't want nothing for it. It's a D-Rug. Let me just help you out. Like, I'm kind of new to NFTs as well in terms of what we're doing. So let's just sort of work together. And fast forward. What seems like 12 years, but it's like 18 months or whatever. And now, pretty much been helping him run it, you know, alongside him for the last probably 10 months. And it's just been crazy, bro. So that's me as a whole in my crypto journey so far.
Wonderful. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty impressive what you've built so far, like with like Jelly and like the rest of the other tools. It's dope, man. You did a great job.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. And hi, Jared. Hi, Payhouse and Schulz on Twitter Space. If you have any question, Jared, if you want to ask anything to Karl, you can. But everyone in the chat.
He ain't here to ask questions.
Anyone in the chat, what's up? Cusco, Dennis, Swifty, Still Slim, what's up? How you doing, guys? Okay, so in one sentence, what's SoulSuit exactly? What do you do?
The SoulSuit is a batch of utilities that we built out in order to help Solana projects basically. So what we've identified is like SoulSuite is trying to bridge that gap where people who derugged much where Jelly came from, and that's still at the core of our heart. When people take over projects and they don't want stuff to die, and they have that like sentiment with it, or they got into it, and when you take something over and you've got no soul in the treasury, you've got a disengaged community. We're trying to help these projects give utility back at no cost to themselves. There's no upfront fees. There's no white labeling. You haven't got to pay us anything. You just got to come on. So there's a small TX fee, which is 0.03. Some people think it's a lot, but what we're doing with that is 10% of everything that runs through that TX fee is going back to the project to give them a runway, a bit of revenue. And then a lot of that TX fee that we take actually just goes back into their community's prizes. So the more engaged you get the community and the more people they get on to run these, staking, gamble on the jelly pot for their token, like we can set them up a token, do the adventures. Like if they partake in everything that we're offering them, like the fees basically just feed back into their project. So we load up all the prizes. So we've got around 15 that are in the onboarding process right now. We've had 6 projects run adventures straight off the bat, and every one of those adventures had a Rask win. But I mean, that's already like what, 23, 24 soul, whatever, in a Rascal. And then extra NFTs. The projects are going, okay, have some token, have some of our NFTs. Like anywhere up from 25 to 40 souls worth of NFTs going in these adventures, and that's day one. Like the EV on it's ridiculous, and it's obviously it's just for us. It's Solana's our home. We come from a derug. There's a few successful derugs, but we want to show people that, like, if you want this project founder thing, you want somewhere to go, and you really want to get involved in Web3, like there is utilities and people out there who give a shit about the ecosystem as a whole. And we're trying to help and empower these guys to go on, give their community something to do while they go and think of a cool roadmap to go and build out. And they have a bit of money coming back in, and they have utilities ready to go, and they don't have to worry about finding prizes. They've just got to announce it and get people engaged. So that's the core point of it. Is to bridge that gap. And also new mints, right? It's not just labeled to derugs, like new mints that are coming out. If you're a new mint and you want a mint, like we can give you straight away, a hunt, jelly pot, jelly drop when it's up. You have your own box and you get 50% of profit back. Instant staking, adventures. You got 5 bits of utility, bang. All we need you is mint out. Give me the hash list. We can get that sorted in 48 hours. And then you can go on and use that mint funds to build your roadmap out. We'll give you everything you need to keep your community engaged. Go and build something cool on Solana. Like that's what we want. We want to see more people win in the ecosystem, and that's what is driving this arm of Jelly. Anything that we do make over the top just goes back into a token. So I take nothing from doing it. Like there's no financial incentive, but if you know Jelly and you know the team, we're not about the here and now financial. We want to get to number 1 by a distance, and SoulSuite will be a massive part of that by empowering other communities to go on and be able to build fucking cool stuff for everyone on Solana to enjoy.
Yeah, the business model is like Karl's money.
I just want to inject a little something here. So Karl, now with the fees that you guys are charging, still the Jelly team doesn't even get that. You want to explain like where that goes, where that revenue's going from SoulSuite?
Yeah, basically back into the prizes, bro. So like we'll work out activity from staking numbers and everything, and we'll work out like what level of prize there needs to be in to make it enticing. If there's any profit on Jelly side after that, it just goes back into our token, so the holders are getting rewarded. But I don't take a wage from it. None of the team take a wage from it. We're just doing it to empower Solana, empower communities. Don't be scared to take over a project and think it's hard to do everything. You have to pay. Like there are options available. And if you're a new mint, don't think you have to plow all your money into, oh fuck, staking's like a basic. We need to spend 5K getting that sorted. Like, we have utilities available for you that you don't have to pay for. Go and build your roadmap, anything we make over the top just goes straight back into Jelly. And like if you look at the numbers and when the bull market comes, like as a Jelly side of thing, like we will eventually make profit. Like it will happen, you know, because we'll have X amount of people on these adventures, and all that does is go back to rewarding into a token. And obviously, if you're a project side, you're getting everything put on a platter for you and your community. Like you just need to go and execute what you want to go and achieve, and we can take care of everything else. You just need to engage your community.
Nice. Okay, so like your customer target is like project who don't have like technical funders basically, or like dev capabilities of like is there a lot of project like that?
Yeah, more than you'd think. Yeah.
Okay.
Or they have the dev side, but they just don't have the money to pay them, or they have to get it set up or whatever. So.
And I also want to mention, you mentioned derugs, you mentioned new mints, but also projects that are pivoting, projects that get stale. You know, keep that in mind. If you're one of those projects that's like in a pivot point, you're not sure what to do, your community's hungry, there's a lot of staleness. SoulSuite would be a perfect fit for that as well, because they can come in, put all these new utilities in, spark the community back while you guys are trying to figure out a nice pivot. So also keep that in mind. It's not just for derugs, not just for new mints, it's also for projects that might be struggling, that have been around 6 months, a year. Because I mean, I'm in the SoulSuite Discord, so I see a lot of the projects that are in there, and a lot of them were hype mints last year.
Oh, geez, you know what I mean?
Bro. You know what I mean?
Solana Monkey University, that was probably the biggest one, right? Like, I think I remember fucking grinding for whitelist and not getting it. Like I got turned down like flat out for Solana Solana Monkey University, you know. So, and now we're able to offer them, you know, a batch utility to get their community back re-engaged, and you're already seeing more activity on Twitter. You know, they've had a good amount of people go on the adventures. We just flicked the staking live. We've got one more form to fill out, and they're good to go. Well, we'd smooth all this process out, and we get their staking switched over, and everything's good from that side of things. So, yeah, man, like, we're reaching to every corner, bro. Like, it could be anything. Doesn't matter. Could be the hypest mint in the world, like Bozos. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be perfect to fit Bozos because they could stake it and do whatever. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, it just, there's no capture point, there's no bottleneck. Like the bigger projects, OGs, like Blocksmith, I can't imagine Blocksmith coming on being like, yo, can you give me some staking? Like they're cracked, you know what I mean? They've been around for a while, they've got a good war chest, they're doing what they need to do. But yeah, mid-level to lower, I would say it goes everywhere in between.
It's kind of a tricky customer base too, right? Because like, again, it's not the top like 20, 30 project. So you have project that kind of struggle first. And like, have you like any success story of like taking a project and then they fly out, or like they got like some renaissance moments after SoulSuite's activation?
Nah, not so much, because we're pretty fresh back from rolling it out. So I've sort of stepped in and took over around 10 days ago and sort of kicked on with getting the staking side of things scaled out, Jellypot scaled out, adventures are up and running. So yeah, like it's sort of just starting, but what you're seeing is people coming back into the Solana Monkey University Discord and getting engaged and posting on Twitter. So I feel like what we can offer, plus with the wealth of experience that was in the SoulSuite Discord, you got Jazz in there, you got myself, you got Dem down, who's an on-it alpha caller for Jelly Lead Alpha. Carlos is always overseeing stuff as well. There's a whole host of wealth in there, and people that are sort of all pushing for the same direction. So if there is anything that a project needs, like we got it covered on multiple angles.
That's cool.
If there's anything they want us to build, if they're like, this will make a cool utility, but we can't build it, or we don't have the funds to build it, would SoulSuite be looking to build it and then, white label it and we can use it? You're like, yeah, definitely. We want those projects inputs, so we don't want it to be cool, here's staking and that, have a nice life. Like we're trying to just keep on tabs to the project and try and help them in multiple different ways. So.
Do you give them like any like marketing, like consulting stuff? Because like, the tech side is cool and it's like you need it, like you need staking in a way. But like, what about like, like distribution on Twitter and shit like that?
Yeah, a little bit. So like that's where the content stuff's going to come in over through Jelly as well. We'll be able to push that out into the SoulSuite side. But at the moment, we've been sort of writing template announcements for them and just saying like, this is the best way to word it in our opinion. Like fill in the blanks, adapt what you need to adapt. But this, gives you a a nice rundown, and a lot of them have been like, oh yeah, thank you so much, you know. So I think on some side of it, it's like they're the founder, and I don't think like they're fully always willing to expose their weaknesses on all levels, right? So sometimes you just got to push a little bit and be like, oh, well, this is here if you want to use it. And then you find them go, oh, yeah, great, thank you. Like, so indirectly at the moment. But yeah, when we do the content production side of things, obviously we're going to try and push it a bit harder in terms of giving them that brand management as well, help them run the Twitter a little bit. You know, we don't want us to take over the project. We just want to try and advise, but it's got to be a two-way street, you know.
100%. Man, you can use Decod3rs platform like to, if you launch a project, then you take them here, and then we grill them, and then the community asks them questions, blah 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 blah. That could be cool.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
Okay,
that's definitely something that could happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, part of the Soul Suite, you get a show on Decod3rs, you know, and talk about your project and get vetted that way by the holders. You know, something like that. And Jimmy Rugpool in the Discord says Karl's beard needs its own regular stream.
Man, I've let it grow wild, bro.
So can we get a Karl culture beard stream, and we can like make a little emoji with some eyeballs for you, and like the beard host the channel like some AI. That'd be cool.
Can do like the first like Decod3rs 1-1 with beard, man, and that would be cool to sell those.
Hey, when the trait packs come out, their booster packs. For example, this stream could have had a beard trait added in that it's a 101. You know, it's the Karl culture beard, and like so if Karl comes back in the future once we launched it, look for the beard trait. Look for the beard trait. You know?
I'm down to come back just for a beard trait, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I figured, I know I can ask you and Carlos to come on and do Jelly, but I want to wait until Jelly is like they put everything out you guys been working on, so we can we can have a great stream and talk about everything that's going on. Whereas now you guys can't really talk about much, so it'd be kind of stupid to have you guys on until after everything launches. So
it would just be 50 minutes of us going, that's a great question, Jess.
We're just saying soon or whatever. I mean, I tried to press Carlos a little on the 24-hour stream, and he was just like,
but he was like, nah, get the fuck. The thing is, stuff I don't even know happens, bro. Like, obviously, honestly, most stuff I know is like, I know it's there. I know it's coming, like, prepared for it, whatever. Like today, I had no idea we were stopping on the 24th. I had an inkling because we'd spoke about it, but we'd also spoke about other stuff. So, like, we're just on the space, and then right at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, do you want a bit of alpha? Yeah, jelly emissions stopping in a week. See ya, bye." And just got off. I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Like nothing's prepped. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, all right. And then an announcement goes out of Discord, and then obviously you instantly get everyone who hasn't checked Discord for 7 months going, what the fuck do you mean jelly's stopping? Like, oh god, now we're gonna have to go through this again. So yeah, it's just like sometimes, man, like even me and Jack don't know. He'll just be like, let's do it now, and then his head switches, and then just gets on with it. So it's fun, man. It just keeps us on our toes as well. So we have to be paying attention.
I wish VPIF just saw that moment, because that's kind of the same thing in Decod3rs stuff. Like, I had an idea that I think I shared with the team and stuff. I implemented it and said, oh yeah, by the way, this is happening now.
And we're like, oh, that's cool. This is new.
Yeah, man.
So to get back to the Soul Suite, Karl, I just want to say that I think Soul Suite, people don't realize that like it's helping the whole space, and it's not just helping individuals. Like, it's not just helping the projects. It's not just helping Jelly team that's putting it together. It's actually there to help the full space of Solana, and for people to like really like, okay, my project's going bad. The founders took off. I don't have the time to do this, but if you know something like Soul Suite's there for you, you might step up, put a team together, and then know that you can rely on Soul Suite to provide utility. And then all you have to do is really call the shots in the Discord and direct things like, yeah, we'll do this, and then implement it, and then put out an announcement. Because it's really that simple, because Soul Suite's doing a lot of the work, the legwork, whereas you're just the person directing the holders to it via announcement. So I think once people realize what Soul Suite is for the space, I think it's really gonna help more than just, a few projects.
How do you select the project that can benefit from Soul Suite? Because I think, like, from my perspective, if you want to go into like the stale project and like the project that almost rug or like going down, they have to have a clear mission and You know, like for example, like okay, decoders, it's like watch to earn, right? We know what the fuck we are doing. Like there is a clear statement. If you like the thesis of watch to earn and like having a channel, blah blah blah, Web3, it's clear, right? Having a project that say, oh yeah, we are a branding project, and yeah, we're gonna build the brand. What? You know, in like what kind of like what's your thesis to push the project that you select? You know.
So in terms of the utility side, because we're just offering utility at that point, like there isn't really any requirements. Like, just don't be a complete dickhead, basically, and have NFTs that are already minted out. Like, do you know what I mean? Have NFTs that are minted out and a willingness to try and revive, recover, move forward with whatever you're doing. Because it's utility, it's not fair for me to look at them and go, "Oh, another merch project." Yeah, nah. Do you know what I mean? Because it's offering them staking, it's offering their community something to do. Now, when it comes, because we will be launching projects through Soul Suite down the line. When it comes to launching them, completely different ballgame. At that point, we have a conversation. They go through the community free stuff, so they have to do a legitimate docs that goes to a third party. Company where we don't have anything. It's all done through GDPR and well above board. They go through that. They have to show us a roadmap, what they want to do, how they're going to build it out, where their mint's going to be spent, how they're going to do the revenue, put it together. So it's like giving us a pitch deck and we're like, yeah, that's cool. Like, it doesn't have to be something different. It could be the same shit other people are doing, but they have to have that drive and that passion, that understanding that, there's certain things going to be required to launch with Soul Suite, because even us launching with Soul Suite and then you get all the utilities on the end, you don't just get that. You get like, you get put in front of like myself, Carlos, Jack, like a few of the other boys to go through a team of people that will also look at it. And then you've got the whole of the Rascal community and people who respect Carlos and respect Rascals and everything that Jelly's doing. So you open yourself up to a huge amount of exposure. So if we're going to launch projects through that, we need to make sure that you're not in it for the rug, and although you can't ever be 100% certain in space, we can put enough obstacles in the way and give them enough grilling that like at the end of the day, like if they're going to rug, they're going to have to jump through so many hoops to do it. And we have their data and everything else. So they're the ones that I feel like I reckon we can definitely do a Decod3rs Show with the projects that are coming on Soul Suite, so maybe breathe some life into them. But when we really get into the minting side and focusing on that, like having them pre-mint come on Decoders and then you just VP for whoever grill the shit out of them, like give them that, give them the rundown, make sure we haven't missed anything. And a few boys are bullish on them. All it does, but it opens them up to the Decoders family as well, so it's bullish for them to do that.
That's and also it gets the people that are thinking about minting them have a reference of somebody outside the community grilling them like a one-on-one, like let's talk about the project, and then you have it here live on YouTube. And of course we always say on the Coders, nothing we do, we're not endorsing projects, we're just asking questions, we're just bringing them to light. We've had a few projects that we've talked to in the past that didn't do too well after their mints, but we weren't saying mint this, we were just saying this is the project, this is the founder, let's have a talk on camera.
Also, like, you've got no legency to Jelly, like you're not grilling them with certain questions to make them look good because of us. Like if you find something or you're not happy with something, like you're going to point it out, do you know what I mean? So it's just like another layer of people that have been around the space, understand the system, and have the audience and the ability to do this thing like live on YouTube. Like, good, get them on. Like for me, it's like put your face on it.
Exactly. And until Carlos buy us for 10 billions, and then we have some allegiance.
yeah, down the line.
Okay, so but like I was thinking like you are kind of like a technical launchpad, right? So if, for example, like you take over like one project, not taking over, but like you onboarding like one new project, and after Soul Suite launch, this project is like 10x the floor and the volume is going crazy because you have Soul Suite support. Then it's a banger for this project, but also for the upcoming project too, right? The other double-edged sword of that is like if one project doesn't move, then it's going to be tricky too for the next one and the next one, because people will expect, oh yeah, that doesn't change shit, and then the hype is dead before it. So what kind of steps can you ensure that, or at least like, make sure, not making sure, but like, like guarantee is not the right word, but like, do the work that it's gonna like at least give some life back to the project, because
it's hard, right? Like, because the founders have to be engaged. Like at the end of the day, like if we're talking about it already being launched and then us like helping them revive a project that isn't doing so well, like that's very hard. Like there's not many that's going to go 10x or 20x or 30x.
Exactly.
Probably you're from the off. Like in the bull market, probably fucking everyone's just chucking Solana about. It doesn't matter. But like in the bear market, especially, like, that's not really going to happen, right? So it's about building the foundations. When it comes to the Launchpad, obviously that's where we already have the content creation hub up, so we can, run the founders through like, how's the best way to build your brand? What are you looking for to build out your brand? How would it be best to engage on Twitter? And we can give them exposure to that. And that way they can go and, like take what they've learned from us, as well as launching for us, and as well as having all the Soul Suite utilities, they can go and give themselves the best chance possible. And if we look at their roadmap and understand what they're trying to achieve, and we're like, actually that's cool, like, we can help them from a Soul Suite side in terms of the mint thing. And I think like, come to when we're ready to do that, we're going to be able to launch some cool projects, and it'll be like a cool Launchpad people want to use. Like back in the day when Hydra was coming up or whatever, like people wanted to be on it, everything that went on their fucking moon, like just because people were expecting it. So you get that human psychology side of crypto, which we're all aware of on the trading side, but it happens in the NFT side as well. So it's going to cater to everything, everything in the market. Like we're not leaving a stone unturned, and we're always expanding. Like I said, I've mentioned before the show, like everything that we're trying to build in Jelly, like we're building it, and then we're like, oh, is that scalable for Soul Suite? Could we? How can we like give this to Soul Suite and get them to use revenue from it, or get them to earn revenue, or how do they? Is there going to be some fees on that they can earn money back, and then we can help just pump the prices up, or if we make a profit out of that said revenue, then like we put that back in the Jelly and stuff. So it's just a forever feeding ecosystem,
And like the business model basically is like you take like micro transaction, like for example on staking and stuff like that, right? That's the
across everything. It's 0.03 across everything, and obviously as Solana moves like in the future, then obviously we'll look at it, because 0.03 when Solana's at fucking 400 is a lot more than I would want to pay.
Yeah, exactly. It's a volume game, right? Like you need to make like 1,000 transactions a day to make it like valuable for everyone and like worth your time and stuff like that. That's cool. Just
look at that, and it's slow, it's slow. And we're making the onboarding process like 100%. Nice and smooth.
Yeah, I mean, like again, like if you can capture like I remember like for like the project before that I've done like the GemWorks for staking. GemWorks was like covering like 90% of the staking apps out there. And like everyone is forking that project left and right. If you can offer like staking and all of the other utility to 90% of all of the project, and it's like a one-stop shop for every project on Sol, then it's a banger, and that's the goal, right?
We got something really cool coming for Soul Suite that we started working on Monday. We had a chat with Dev on Monday. They said they can do it. So I don't know how much I can give away, but the fact you said one-stop shop is exactly what I'm going for. So you'll be able to go to a one-stop shop.
Nice.
It's not a shop, but in some form of Soul Suites. And everything will be there for your project. So you'll be able to click on, Gambles and get an affiliate link, and then take you to Gambles. You'll be able to go to Jelly Drop. You'll be able to go to staking, and everything is just there. Bang. Like, so it's all one place. It's going to be really, really nice. So that's being built. There's a lot of work in that because we want it all sub-browsered. So like you don't have to leave that page. You can just go and like get bang. And
that's cool.
Yeah. So, and it'll be beautiful for the projects because they've just got that one place to go. Like it's, that's what we want. We want simplicity.
Give us a spin wheel, bro.
Yeah. You'll get a Jelly Drop wheel, 100%, eh? I'll give you a Jelly Drop box for Decod3rs.
Put some views on it. Yeah, that's the thing. And that's the thing. If we have any founders listening and you're not too sure about like some of the utilities mentioned, of course, staking is traditional staking. You stake your NFTs, you earn a token, and the Soul Suite will actually implement the token if you already have it made, or if you need the token made, they also have that service. Am I correct with that, Karl? You guys actually help them create the token for the project if needed?
I've made 3 in the last 10 days.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the adventures, if you guys aren't familiar with adventures, it's what Traveling Chimp made for their holders, and they've actually white labeled it. And something that Jelly now uses in Soul Suite and for all the projects. And it's kind of cool. You get to send your NFTs out on a journey. It locks them up for a day or 2 or 3, depending on the length of the journey. And then you can come back with rewards. They can win SPL tokens. They can win NFTs, other prizes. They can come back with nothing. So it's kind of cool because it locks up the NFTs. People can't sell them when they're on the journey. So adventures are really cool. And then Jelly Pot's the other thing he's been talking about a lot. It's like a gambling mechanism where you can use your SPL token and gamble along other people. So say if I put in 10 of a token, somebody else could put in 20, someone else could put in 100, and then it just spins the wheel. And if you could get lucky, if you put in the 10, you could win all the tokens. That's kind of what Jelly Pot is based off of. And you can use your own SPL tokens, or you could set it up for a Solana. And there's other things that you could do with it, I'm sure, in the future. But I just wanted to kind of give a breakdown of some of those utilities in case you weren't familiar with them. And kind of cool if you're a founder out there and you're like, hey, I don't really have much going on. Like, it's really engaging and it's very active. So it's kind of cool stuff. I just wanted to break it down a little bit for you guys.
No, it's perfect, man. I appreciate you doing that. It's next on my little checkpoint of sticky note that I got on the other screen, but you've done it better than me, bro, to be fair. In terms of
fair, I do work with Jelly. People know I do, so
you're in the Discord, bro. So you're in the Soul Suite Discord as well. But like on top of that, we've got a trade store being built out that's going to be available fairly soon. Which will allow trait swapping and the projects to upload that, and they can charge their token for traits, and there'll be obviously a TX fee on the back of that as well. And then we've got Jelly Hunt, which is basically a question time. So you can set X amount of questions and charge in their token to then unlock the next one, the next one, the next one. And what we did with Jelly is we did 20 questions. Whoever got them all right, the 20th question, if you got that right, unlocked a private key. You put that into Phantom, and then it was filled with I think there was a sniff in there. It was about 140 souls worth of stuff, for our one, obviously. But yeah, we've got the ability to do that, so that's been scaled out as well. So they'll be able to do sort of Easter egg hunts, I guess, throughout their project. They got to go and find the information and fill it in. And then we've got some stuff being built with Jelly, which I can't talk about, but that's also going to get scaled out to Soul Suite as well. Gamble's affiliate links, the Jelly Drop bots. When Jelly drops up, you'll be able to have your own bots as a project. You shield that, anything you make over the profit of the bot. So in terms of that, as we don't ask you to put anything in, but obviously we need to cover the prizes that are in there if they're hit. So anything that runs out into profit, you get 50% of that back as a project. So that's also going to be released when Jelly Drops released. So you got 6 to 7 things that are available or on the way, and then we've got another maybe 3, definitely 2, maybe 3 things that we will be scaling up as we've released them and tested them through Jelly as well. So you could have 10 pieces of utility, one of them being staking, ready to go from mint as a hash list for a founder. Just give me the hash list and a few details and we can have everything sorted out.
Nice, that's dope. And what's the utility that you never saw on Solana, but you really want someone to build?
Oh, that's a good one, man. I've not been asked that before. What's the utility? Oh, I don't know, man. Even if I thought about it, I probably wouldn't tell you because I'd just go to Carlos. I've had a fucking banging idea, bro. This, we need to build this now, and then in 3 weeks it'd be like.
Or you announce it and let some dev build it, and then you're like, hey, let's get together.
That's that's something that first time founders are trying to build their first product. I say, no, I can't share my ID because you're gonna steal it to me, and then no one do the ID whatsoever. That never exists.
That's a good. That's very good, man. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more IRL stuff happening. I know it is very briefly, in terms of Monae is doing IRL rappers, and I think FFF may be doing IRL rappers as well. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
like for MacBooks, phones, Rolexes, IRL items. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. The fact that we have that ability to blend those two things. I think for me, anything that helped us bridge that gap from Web 2 to Web 3, the simplicity factor. Anything that makes adoption easy, whether that be in a fun environment, like just your mate signing up for a Phantom Wallet because you want to go and play this really fun, simple game, or something a bit more complex in terms of like events or hosting or music or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's something that helps bridge Web 2 to Web 3. I don't know the exact utility, but that would be what I would like to see.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
I may have just had an idea during this little chat.
Exactly.
So, based off of what Karl was saying, and just me thinking while I'm sitting here, like, what hasn't been done yet?
Yeah. Hit the DMs, brother. Let's see if we can spend some more of Carlos's money.
Drop it in the staff chat over in Soul Street. We're like, hey guys, how about we try this? No, I mean,
what's the vertical, Jess?
Yeah, or it's something that the Decod3rs builds. Who knows? I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, we do have some extra devs around now.
No, don't steal my dev. I need them.
Hey, I mean, they're kind of part of my team too.
True.
No, we need to focus on our stuff first, and then we'll implement some new shit.
Source Suite devs can work on Decod3rs. I'm fine with it.
Well, now we're talking about devs. It actually brings up a good stuff. So say you're a person, you want to start a Solana project. You have no idea what you're doing, but you have a really good, you're a really good artist. Let's just start there. Or you and your friend, you have a really good artist, and you've done community. You're really good at running communities. You want to start a project, but you don't have a dev. And I think that's when Soul Suite is very important, because if people know that Soul Suite exists, they can then go ahead, create this project, create the artwork, have the utilities provided by Soul Suite to then launch and create that community, create that project. And then as they grow, of course, they can start implementing their own kind of utilities or their own ideas. Or bridge off of it just from some of the profits they might make off of the jelly box that they might have, or just the small percentage that they're getting from the fees themselves.
Back from the fees,
Yeah, and not to mention, if they have a really good kick-ass project with really good art, they can be making some good money on royalties, and they don't need to dump it back into the dev work, which most projects usually do with the royalties. And then that allows them to build the project out, because now they're using the royalties for community stuff, and putting stuff in the jelly pot box, or for example, the jelly drop box, should I say, that kind of stuff. So I think it's really cool if projects know that Soul Suite exists, because now they can launch and they don't need to hire an expensive dev or find a friend that's a dev and then build from that, because then now you have these devs that have already built stuff. The utility is already there. So it's so much easier to scale and to actually launch something without being able to have a solid dev, because you need a solid dev to launch a project. If you don't have a solid dev, you're just digging a hole.
Yeah, you're going to come unstuck real quick. I guess like a example of that is Green Lung Genetics, like someone I know in space, they're reputable, was part of the AP crew. Yido is when they originally launched, so he's like an award-winning like cannabis grower. Got crazy strains, like won awards in Barcelona, run many successful shops. Got hit with COVID, got a lot more into Web3 with AP and stuff. I'm definitely just fucking chilling Yido at this point, so you better appreciate this, Yido. But it blends in very well to what Jazz was just saying. So they were going to mint on the chain. They had, it was a layer on ETH. Like, anyway, some stuff happened, and they came to Solana, which a lot of people were happy about. But obviously, they were like, shit, like, we've come to Solana. We kind of weren't expecting this. That was all supposed to happen over there. And I was like, bro, I got you. Like, just get minted out, and then you've got staking, the Hunt, Jellypot, Adventures, and then all of this other stuff coming down the line. So we'll be able to keep your community engaged while you go and grow all your stuff. And it's a return on investment play in terms of his project, with the cultivation and then selling it over in Thailand. So, like, he was just like, it's just saved him so much work. Do you know what I mean? Because he knows as soon as that mints out, like, everything will be done in 48 hours. Staking's done, this is done, adventure up live, like, community just like bang, bang, bang. They've got stuff to do, and he can just go and focus on doing what he's good at, which is growing incredible strains of cannabis and selling it. So
I mean, like, it makes sense. Like, again, like, if the tech side is not like the the heart of your project. Just do what you do best, and then like give it to someone who already built it anyway. David, because you want to bring value to your holders, right? So if you spend something that doesn't bring shit, like I mean, it's not your core mission, but you still need to have it. Like just delegate that and focus on your stuff, build a business. It's cool. I like it.
You imagine going into a project now, and this is just kind of the baseline and where everything is, but you imagine going in there and you buy in and there's no staking, there's no token. You can't go and do this, you can't go and do that. They've become like an absolute minimum for projects really that are trying to do something in the ecosystem, you know. There's not many projects that can survive with not having staking and not having this and not having that on Solana as it is. It may change in the future and something cool may be built, but you know, like people want to be rewarded. Like Solana is a very degen chain in terms of NFTs at the moment. You know, a lot of ETH money is just chucked in and is left to manifest. And you know, I've invested it here. I'll check it in a year's time. And like if it goes up or down, they don't care. Whereas you know, Solana, if it goes up by like 0.5 or a soul, like then all of a sudden you get a load of volume. Or if Solana itself goes up, then God forbid, like NFTs hit the floor because everyone's taking their $1 profit. You know, that's the way the chain is, right? It's different. It's just different at the moment. And there's not a negative to that because it means we have people that are active and still in the space. So like we should be celebrating the fact that we got these little DJs trying to flip for burger money. You know, we should be appreciating the fact that they're still here and they see the potential of Solana, because when it comes back, bro, I remember when I first started crypto, just everyone's fucking throwing Solana about, and I'm like, this is like $200 and something, and I was just like, yeah, fuck it, like I'm minting this, like it's a DJ mint. Like it sprung up 3 days ago. They released 2 pictures on Twitter and said that they were doxed. And no one asked where. They just minted, and everyone's like, bam, bam, bam. But you guaranteed the shit 10x. Like if you get a whitelist, like it was a money printer, bro. Like I don't think we go back into that now because I think there's a lot of people that made it through that part and have stayed in the bear market and now we're a lot smarter with the money. Like if you didn't throw that Solana around like then and you just held it all the way down, all the way back up and you made some trades, like you'd be sat on like maybe 4, 5, 6x what you had then now. 100%. But like I feel like when we come back into the bear, we're going to be, Solana itself is going to be filled with a lot more educated people around the ecosystem and how to manage money, and the whole ecosystem NFT wise is going to go ballistic because we've learned.
I mean, on Mint Day, people like farm the bozos volume instead of the decoders, right? So maybe we don't learn.
yeah, true. But like the trouble is because it started a free mint meta. And like, there was already 4 free mints lined up after bozos got like their first 10 likes on the first picture. So the fact that you just cleanly minted out in your token, it didn't cost anyone, like it's, you know.
Well, people were smart. They would have flipped their bozos and then bought some decoders because the decoders are the long-term play, whereas bozos is just some hype. You know, we're building something long-term. So, you know, if you're here in 6 months with us, you know, you're going to see a lot of value in what you have now.
I don't want to put myself in the foot, but like maybe the bear market is like good for flip, and having a long-term hold, it's kind of tricky because like who the fuck knows where the market will be in 6 months. But in a bear market, if you flip, okay, you make at least you make more souls than yesterday. Maybe.
Hopefully, if you've done it okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you flip like Bozo, you flip like the first day, then you make some good money, and then you make your $20 a day, and that's better than point parlor and open packs zero dust.
But if they're smart, they would flip. If they can flip their way through the bear and they get into the cheap blue chips because everything's come down so much. Like if they can flip the way through the bear and build that Solana up and then go and buy their long-term convictions and then just have a bit of Solana to mess around with, that's the perfect way to play it in my eyes. Like definitely not what I did, but like, you know.
Biggie Wells, I got lucky and flipped my bozo for 6.5 and definitely bought some decoders off the market.
That's beautiful.
That's the play. Like, okay. So everyone in the chat, start flipping, put the money into decoders. Let's go.
But you see, that's why like there's people like me that will help certain people because I know how people are, and Biggie's one of those people. So that's why I'm very thankful for Biggie. Appreciate you putting your profits back into decoders, my friend. And there's one thing, Karl, that you haven't mentioned yet that I think is cool that comes along with SoulSuite is the Monae integration and how Jelly has a piece of Monae. So once a project launches, they get their token set up. You guys then catapult them into Monae, which allows them to then start doing raffles and stuff like that. Is that correct?
Yeah. So there is a small fee on Monae's part just for the token being set up. It should be 10 sold to cover the dev work and to make sure it's being used. But if you're part of SoulSuite, you get it for 5 so. I feel like Monae are smart for doing that because obviously they would just have hundreds of thousands of tokens on there otherwise. And if the project is going to invest, it's the only bit of money you would need to invest while in SoulSuite. So really, but if you're going to invest like $100, what better way than investigate your token on what is going to become, and I know you boys are tight with FFF, so I choose my words rightly, the best raffle site on Solana. Like it makes sense to put it there, right? But like, yeah, Monae's doing bits. Like they've just released reward stuff. The team are cracked at super OG, been around space a long time, like PFO, Yellow, JK. So it's been fun working alongside them. I was already working alongside them before we picked up, like obviously before I came more in SoulSuite. So it's been a nice, easy transition for me to like just get that squared away on the back end and be like, yeah, just through here. So but yeah, they everyone is verified. Like if they come through SoulSuite, you get verified, you get the dashboard, you get the admin panel. The only thing that has a small cost is if your SPL token, like you want it integrated straight away.
And like I just set up like the Monae raffle stuff like first week, like the day before after mint and stuff. That was cool. Like it gave us like we take back like the views from the raffles as a treasury, and we're gonna use it for the liquidity pool. But look who entered the chat. Carlos is here, bro. So
look at these shiny heads.
Yeah, that's why I had to make sure I had the sunglasses on for this show. You know, fucking not only my monitors are bright, but you know, I got some foreheads.
Well, I didn't even shave to be fair. I'm waiting for my Amsterdam trim. Like my beard's wild and like I've got a bit of hair on it, so I'm waiting to get it cleaned up and shaped up by my barber next week. There's no point doing it this week.
But we have to sit up now because the boss is here.
Carlos,
sit up straight, damn it! Stop slouching.
Carlos,
good. No, I was just going to talk about the comments about Monae and the season 2 of Monae is pretty dope. If you guys haven't checked it out, there's a reward system now out there, and I do love that you can use multiple tokens. Like I'm running a raffle right now. And I can have people pay in Jelly, Puff, Soul, or Views all one time, whatever they choose they want to use. So I love that about Monae. And I know, Karl, you said we have partnerships with FFF, but we're fair to everybody. You know, we're here to spread truth and bring awareness. Yes,
I was just joking, bro. FFF for the OGs, man.
They're our homies, but so are Jelly and so are SAC that run Monae. So you know, we're all love for everybody. You know, in the space. As long as you're doing positive things, Decod3rs loves you.
At the end of the day, FFF hasn't had too much competition, so I'm glad that Monae is able to push them to be better because they had the market share, like they could just chill, like they were the number one place. So the fact that Monae are coming up quick and doing some stuff that hasn't been done, I like that competition because it pushes people to be better. And it's the same with the ME Tensor stuff, right? So Tensor came on and it was a bit of back and forth, but now we've got 2 very good marketplaces that offer different things. So it's not a bad thing, and FFF still continue to evolve, and so will SAC and Monae. So be interesting to see where they go.
Nice, dope. And and that was like we start to talk about that with like the synergy between like Jellico product and like SoulSuite, which is like again give you like it's what's called like an unfair advantage, right? Because you can leverage all of the collection, all of the position that you have in the ecosystem, and then leverage that for all of your project. Like an upcoming project, like getting on board on SoulSuite, that's massive.
Yeah, definitely. We want the little division between it. Like we want SoulSuite to be. It's obviously an arm of Jellico, but its own entity. So that would take on its own thing. It does its own spaces. All that side of things. So we don't want you know, like people coming on just to try and leverage, like, oh yeah, like if I take stake in and the utilities, like I'm going to get all of these holders to come in. That's not how it works. Like we're giving you an opportunity to go and do something and market yourself and go and build out what you want to achieve. Obviously, if it lights up and then we're like, holy fuck, yeah, this is like, these boys are serious, like this is going to go off, then obviously we can give it an extra little push because it makes sense, good for the ecosystem, right? But as a general, like we're just like, yeah, all right, well, you know, we're going to give you all this, we'll help you and guide you where you need it, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to be as engaged and don't sleep as much as I don't sleep and everything else, you know. So.
Yeah, you know, it's like the Nestle branding, right? Like at the end of, like, there is like 150 different brands, but at the end of the day, like every fucking breakfast cereal, shit, cornflakes, whatever, it's Nestle. So it's gonna be the same for jelly, right? Like we will have like 1,000 projects on Solana, but like 90% of it will be from jelly and / SoulSuit.
Like Jelly's building an empire, bro. You already know this, Peter. You already know this. We're building an empire, like
that was
slowly but surely putting them foundation bricks in.
Like, like 1 year ago, like when on Carlos' first stream, I said, told me like, yeah, do you know Alphabet with Google and shit? That's Jelly, bro. That's okay, cool. Let's go. That's what's up.
Yeah, man, like 100%, man. We got aspirations, we got our visions and our goals, and SoulSuite is going to be a massive part of that. And it is, you know, a huge thing that we're doing to give back to the community, but also, it also feeds back into our ecosystem, right? So it's just something we can do to make us, you know, keep making us that brand name like recognizable everywhere around the space. Like we don't just want to be number one; we want to be number one by a fucking mile. Like that's we don't, you know, that's what we've always wanted to achieve, and slowly but surely we're getting there.
How many people do you have working like in SoulSuite, even like
in SoulSuite? In SoulSuite, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
There's like 5 like more core team that are behind the scenes a little bit more, and then you've got Jazzles in the Discord, a couple of CMs that are just overviewing stuff, and then there's a couple of trusted people that look more as an investor level, and they're ready for when we start launching products. And then I've given them access just to have a look at the tickets and people coming in, because they're smart people and they've asked to be involved. You know, these are people that have asked to be like, oh, can I come in and help? So if they see something with a project, because they are smart, they're from, you know, I've made sure they're legit. You know what I mean? So if they see something a project could do better, I've said, you know, feel free, man. I'll give you a role. Like, have at it. Like, if you think you can help them with X, Y, Z, or offer them advice, like, don't run it through me. Like, you know, have a conversation around it and see what they say. So that's what I mean. Like, we've got people that are generally just care about the ecosystem, you know, like as a whole, and just want to see everyone win. And that's the beautiful thing about it.
Most of those people that Karl are talking about are also either project founders, devs, or community managers in other projects. So they understand the system, they understand the space, they understand how community aspect works. So to have them in there for some advice and to like oversee like what the core team's doing, it's amazing, because you know they might miss something, whereas one of the other CMs or one of the other founders might be like, hey, you know, I didn't really like this too much. Let's take a look at this, and then everybody will stop what they're doing and kind of take a look at it. So you know, I'm very like I said, I'm lucky I get to see you guys working hard in that Discord. I see what you guys are doing. It's amazing. And the cool thing, like I said, it's helping the whole space. And like you said, you know, Jelly wants to be number one, but it's not like you want to be number one like everyone else has done it. They've done number one by pushing everybody else down, knocking everybody out of the way, and just clawing their way to the top. Whereas you guys are trying to claw your way to the top, but do it in a way you're actually helping the whole space, and you want to kind of pull everybody up with you. And I think that's commendable for Jelly to be that way and take their time getting the number one while trying to help the whole space. And I hope people realize that that's the angle that you guys are taking here. And that's why it's taken so long, because you're not just trying to knock everybody out of your way. You're actually trying to build the whole space up and then come out on top as you're doing it. So I think that's wonderful.
Hey, Jelly's got like a bit of I don't know, a stigma around his name, because when we first come up, because there was a D-Rug and like back in the day, it was like, full price. Like, you know, they got that thing where like half of our community, and this is a while ago, we created the community. It's a totally different vibe in there now, but like they were just dunking on projects. Like as we went past or projects come under us, it was just like fairly toxic. And we did get blasted for it on Twitter and stuff, and we knew like that had to change. And we've spent a long time now creating this community that we've got, and You know, people just aren't like that anymore. Like, we're just about doing our own thing. We're so confident in what we're doing. We know we're going to execute. Everything we've executed so far has been bang on, and if it hasn't, we pivoted. So we were so confident on what we're going to do. We just want to try and help everyone in the space now. Like, we've done that initial like derug, and then like absolutely ran up to their moons. Do you know what I mean? And we, you know, we know it's not the way. Like, we've now become, this is what you get for being a part of the Jelly ecosystem, rather than this is what you can get sometime in the future. Like, this is what's happening now. If you buy a jelly, this is what you're going to get right now. It's available to you. Whereas before it was all like, fucking, this is coming, speculation, bang, 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 you know, marketing, and that's not the way we want to go. You know, we're a lot more chilled out. I think you can tell that from the way we are now. If you knew us a year ago to the way we are now, especially Carlos, and I think myself a lot as well. Like, we're so much more chilled out. Like, we're just doing our thing. We're confident. We're executing, and now, you know, 1 week, 24th jelly emission stops. Like, people that are going, oh, like, not happy with it, understand, like, this is a start. This means that everything is about to happen. So you should be fucking excited. And if you haven't got enough jelly for your upgrade, go and fucking buy some.
Not financial advice, but get your asses in motion.
AP Piff, I can see you in the chat. Yeah, how's it going?
And I can attest, as a person who was a holder for a while in Jelly, everything that Karl is saying is true. You know, a year ago was a totally different Discord. The community was totally different, and you know, it changed dramatically because you know what happened. The team listened to the holders, the community, the people that were actually there for the community and for the project, and made some changes. And you know, they had to make some harsh changes, but you know, things needed to be done to protect the community and to build the community to be stronger, because it was toxic at times. And you know, they had to turn it around, and they did a great job turning around. And yeah, a lot of people got mad, a lot of people are still salty with some of the changes that happened, but overall, for the project and for Jelly itself, I think it was the best thing that could have happened. And I'm talking strictly as a person who's been in the Discord as a holder, and then who has now worked with the team for the last 6 months or so. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been a change that was needed. It was so needed, because I hated being in the Discord some days.
Yeah, bro.
These people, like, I was like, everybody is like so toxic.
But that's what's kind of bled through to lead into Soul Suits, right? It's that whole narrative change. Like, we just want to do the best for everyone, and you know, Soul Suite really empowers other projects, people, to like have a stab at having a project. You know, if you got cool art, your mate's a fucking sick artist, get into NFTs. See, like, this is also where we can help bring people from Web 2 to Web 3. You know, I've got some IRL artists that are fucking cracked, but they're not ready to come across yet. One day they will. I'm not bang because they're artists that I'm real, but you know, this is where we can move stuff across, and we want to be a big part of that going into the bull run. You know, like, we're well known, so why don't we be well known for the right reasons? And Soul Suite is helping them get revenue, giving them community complete engagement, advice, and everything that we make over the top goes completely back into Jelly. So it's a win-win for if you're a holder of anything that we're doing. And I win long term. Like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. The team, it's not about the team. Like, we're all about the community.
Jazz, did I give you my wallet for Jelly Capital stuff? I think I forgot.
You need to open a ticket in the server, and then we'll tag Jack and we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah. Just DM me your wallet in the chat we got, and then I'll send you where you need to send it, and I'll get it sent back to you. Because otherwise you won't do it. Jazz already told me about this.
Yeah. You're like one of the last people. Get your jelly back, man.
You may be the last one.
Yeah, get your jelly back, bro, because it's gonna be worth a lot of ching soon.
Okay.
I mean, you actually just send them my wallet and let them send me the 30K jelly.
Jazz,
I'll keep it.
I wasn't going to send it back to them. I was just going to tell him which wallet to put it, and then put my wallet in. Just say that there's some kind of mix up. I'm really sorry.
Send them a fake soul scan. He's only a dev. He'll never figure it out.
I never figure it out, bro. I'll send him a soul scan link or something. Like
I'll send them a bunch of stuff of IPs I need banned for our server, and he'll forget about it. So
that's it. Yeah,
I'll send them a list of like 40 wallets again, like the other day. Need all these wallets banned, please. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Brock's drop. Should I drop my wallet? No, because you were late, bro. You don't need to. You can't drop your wallet, bro.
You were 5 minutes late. You're docked.
and you lost so
How
much.
dare you miss out on
easily.
Karl?
Exactly. Yeah. How dare you?
That's so sweet goodness.
Oh shit! No. Yeah. Exactly. That's the feeling.
Yes.
But man, that's pretty impressive. Okay, what project are you the most excited? Like that's gonna come out from Soul Suite in soon. Like what should?
So
Okay.
one that, no, I got this.
Okay,
There is
okay.
one that I know. Like we had him on
Okay.
Spaces the other day, and I thought it was very, very cool. So, let me just get the name correct completely. I think it's Shutterbot. Yeah, Shutterbots Club. Right. It's about a photographer. So he is a very good photographer. Does wedding photography, the commercial corporate photography. He's got a studio in Dublin, in Ireland.
Nice.
During COVID, they had a bit of a hard time, and his mate's a barber, or I think a barber or a hairstylist, or some like high-end hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've kind of set up together. They've sort of done this, shutter bots, and there'll be revenue going back, and like from bookings that come into the studio and work that he does in his IRL life, and there'll be different things blending across from
That's
photography
cool.
and stuff. And I just thought, it's cool because he sort of flat out said, "Look, I'm not doing this for the money. Like I earn enough that keeps me and my family. I've always been interested in Web3, and I just want to show like people the different varieties of photography in terms of like wedding, corporate, and a few other ones." So yeah, I thought that was like the way that he put it across in the space. I was like, yeah, that's sick. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
cool.
that's a really nice one.
That's nice.
So.
Okay, let's get him on the channel.
Yeah. Let me reach out to him. I'll definitely. Yeah. That'd be cool for him to
That's
do.
cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, we can slowly wrap it up because we are like already above the hour. Like, see, the chit chat is so cool. Like, time flies. I love
Already an hour.
I love exactly. See, like
quick.
Yes.
talking about Web3 shit, and then like your life is like it's your 80s.
Yeah, literally. I've aged about 47 years since
No way.
Web3. Yeah, I'm
I'm
16.
wondering why, man.
You'd never believe it.
He said I'm 60.
Getting closer to Jasmine.
Yes. Catch up.
But yeah, man, like I think, Jess, do you have any other question for Karl, or should we slowly wrap it up?
No, I mean, from an aspect of everything that I already know about Soul Suite and what Karl's described here, I think pretty much the idea of Soul Suite's been laid out perfectly for anybody that rewatches the stream. Any founder, like if you know any founders that might need Soul Suite services, send them the link to this video, or just of course get them in touch. You can get them in touch with even me and the Decod3rs, or Karl and Jelly, or over in Gambles. Any of the team in Jelly or Gambles can help you get into the Soul Suite Discord. And then again, in Decod3rs, you can ask me. I think Boxdrop, you're in the Soul Suite server too, I think. So Boxdrop can help you too. I think he's in there. I'm not sure. Is Boxdrop in there?
If not, though, he's heavily linked in like other areas, so he'll be able to just slide me a DM and be like, hey.
But it is kind of kept like a private server because we only want serious people in there that are like really about the business. It's not a public server, right? Is that correct, Karl? It's
yeah. We've had a couple of little sneaky jelly ones come in, and they seem to just drop a GM in the morning, which is quite nice. But eventually, I will kick them out. But while they're still low key,
it's meant to be a business Discord. It's strictly there to onboard projects.
Yeah, and networking for them as well. People that already are on, they can network between themselves and come up with cool stuff. There's nothing stopping everyone that's on Soul Suite organizing a internal Soul Suite poker night and inviting their, people who they associate with and trying to get more eyes on everyone. That is the whole thing with this. Like, it's not just about the utilities we offer you. We offer you the availability to speak to 12, 15, 20, and in the bull market, many, many more founders that are all doing the same thing, trying to achieve stuff. So, brainwave together, like come, there's a whole chat there. Talk to each other, understand what difficulties you're having. What have I found easy? What have you not? And, they can bounce ideas off each other. And if they need to run anything past, people who have been through the mill, like that's where we come in and we can be like, a bit of advice. Yeah, we found this worked. This didn't, this, yeah. So
nice. That makes sense. Okay, so like I had like question that I ask every guest in the Decod3rs Show. So you already answer like the who should be the next guest. Like it's definitely gonna be the barber one. But like, okay, so what's the question that you wish people ask you but they never do?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I don't know. What's your biggest flex, or like what's celebrities that you known or something? I don't know, something like that.
Oh, do you know celebrities except Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos is like Web3 celebrity, I guess. I know quite a lot of like high-end YouTubers, I guess, and celebrity wise, had some beers with Girls Aloud, Vernon K, Richard Blackwood, a load of rugby players and stuff. So yeah,
okay.
Don't really talk about it too much, and no one really gives a shit about your IRL stuff and Web3. So yeah, a little flex. So, yeah, beers with Girls Aloud was pretty cool. Nice. Sat next to Cheryl Cole, just having a chat about that. That's decent. So yeah.
So you have some connection outside of Web3. That's interesting. Let's talk.
yeah. No, there's people with a much better connections than me. Yeah, no. I've been in some cool situations. Shall we say.
Cool. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so bro, like, just you need to make like a deep dive with Karl and ask him about everything his Web2 connection IRL stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what the deep dive show is about. I do have plans to bring a lot of the core Jelly team in and do deep dives with them because I think it's more personal. It's not about the project. I like knowing about the people, and I think if you know about the people in the space that are behind the projects, you could be a little more bullish on them because you see they're real people and you see their hearts in it. So that's why I love doing the deep dive series, because it really sheds the light of the true person that's in the Web3 that's working for these projects, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
I like to ask about KPIs and onboarding process and shit, and then just ask about like, how are you doing today? What's up?
Like, it's good. Like, how did you find crypto? That's the main question. Like, how did you get here? How did you stumble here?
Through a shit coin.
Was it SafeMoon?
Nah, it was a BNB one, bro. It was called what was it called? When Lambo, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Balloon, bro. I got in at ICO level, so like I rode it all
I was one of those people
up.
that made a shit ton of money on SafeMoon, and I knew to sell it. I knew not to hold it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I got too involved, man. That was my first lesson. Like,
man. Like, you're taking me back to those Uniswap days. Fucking
Pancake Swap, bro.
Yeah, Pancake Swap.
I run Pancake Swap, bro. My portfolio.
Trust Wallet, and Pancake Swap.
Yeah, Trust Wallet and Pancake Swap. That was my life. Like just trading out into BNB and then back into shitcoin. And
I still use Trust Wallet a little bit because I use Atomic Wallet to do a lot of my DCAs. So I do a lot of conversions there, and they pay you in the Atomic Wallet token, which I can convert to BNB inside Trust Wallet. It's the only place I could do anything with it. So I send it out to a Trust Wallet and I convert it to BNB, which I then insta sell.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm not a fan of Binance. But anyways, what else do you have, Vince? You have anything else for Karl you want to ask him?
I think we could, guys. Thank you so much, Karl. I mean, do you have any takeaways that for people to just if they have to leave this stream in the next couple of minutes, what do they want to remember from the past hour?
Past hour, if you know anyone or you're involved in a project that is a bit struggling or you feel like could utilize SoulSuite for what it is, then get in touch. Like let them know what it's about. There's no contract, there's no definite sign up. Like they're more than welcome to come into Discord, have a chat. And if it's not for them, like that's what it is. So, there's a lot of utility there. Let's get it out there, let people know that it's there.
Nice. Yeah, that's what's up. Like if you have seen like any guests that can, like from the channel, we can make the introduction to SoulSuite and stuff. That could be, can use the channel as leverage.
Perfect.
That's good. That's cool. But yeah, man, like thank you so much for your time. Just you're the best co-host. Okay, no, VP is probably watching. Okay, so you were like, thank you so much.
Yeah, you don't need to feed my ego. I'm good. I'm very secure in my ways, and I don't need any. Yeah, no. V is the best co-host. You wanna You got to stay on that. Stay on that course. Stay on that course.
No, but like she's not here. See, she's not in the chat right now.
She's
so
not here. She's here.
Yeah.
You think she's not here, but she's here.
She'll find out.
He's always watching you. Always
send
watching.
in the clips. Send in the clips.
Yes. And we'll be back. We'll be back in a few hours with Nep from Sharky, guys. So
yes,
take a nap, take a walk, get some beers, and come back and join us.
Yeah, exactly.
Carl, thanks so much for your time, brother.
Exactly.
Thank you boys so much.
And we will see you more on this channel, bro. Like you're gonna co-host also from Soul Suit project. We can do a format and a series of video. Like
Yeah,
so,
sweet.
Yeah.
Let's work out in DMs.
Yeah. See, that's what's up.
Let's get it going.
But yeah, again, thank you so much. You're too hot.
My camera need it.
Oh my Jazz is too hot, bro. We gotta shut it down.
I'm just rainbows for now, guys. I'm just rainbows. It's all right.
It's time to close it. Bye everyone.
See you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Karl. And we will see you in 50 minutes for Sharky with Nepa stream. Bye. Thank you so much.
Webcam. I'm back.
Bye.
I'm back.
Bye.